Hi everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for January 13th to the 19th of 2019. This is another potent week. Despite chaotic collective madness, you must take some time this week to clear your own mind, to do a data dump, and to try to hear yourself think. It is your soul self that wants to reach you this week. And your soul self cares little about politics or the rest. Your soul self just cares about you. You and your individual evolution. Mercury is the star this week, linking up with Saturn and Pluto, suggesting that if you can transform your thinking, you will naturally transcend your current reality. The other activations this week are equally important. The rare Jupiter-Neptune alignment is going to happen 3 times over. So pace yourself by noticing what is coming up for you around your faith and belief system at this time. Is it serving you or holding you back from evolving to the next level? When an activation happens 3 times like this, there is usually a catalyst, like our new vision for 2019. Then there is a crisis of faith or a burst your bubble moment when you find out something you believed is actually not true. And then there is the revelations by the 3rd time that hopefully leave your faith in yourself and a higher power both stronger and wiser for the experience. And ultimately, that Sun-Uranus contact suggests that we are ready as individuals to do things in a completely new and different way. Honor that impulse. Improvise often. Ask yourself and probably others lots of questions. Don't take anything at face value, but go deeper and ask yourself, what are you feeling? And then go with your gut. And that's just the introduction. So if you are having any challenges processing and integrating what's coming up for you at this time, remember, this is a really great time to do your annual check-in so we can see where you're at in your own personal cycles and what's up in the sky that can support you while you go through these transitions. So let's dive in. On the 13th, which is Sunday, Mercury initiates with Saturn. Very powerful activation when it happens, even more so now that it's in Capricorn. This energy is excellent for any important project that requires your undivided attention. If you've got a vision and have already outlined how to manifest it, now is the time to really fill in the blanks. Flesh it out. Bring it to life. Do the work. If you do not channel this energy toward patiently and methodically taking the necessary steps to get to the next level, then it can manifest as frustration and feel as if you're not doing what you know in your heart you are supposed to be doing at this time. It leads to negative thinking and self-sabotage. A better expression would be to not think of the things that can go wrong, but entertain the possibility that every door opens and all paths lead to your goal, no matter how they appear in the moment. That's really challenging, but this is the process right now that we're in. And when Mercury links up with Saturn, it's a beautiful initiation of new thought processes and patterns and directions of thinking. And with Saturn and all of this in Capricorn is something that you're building the foundation of. It's the base, and it's your idea of the reality that you're capable of creating. And because it goes to the end of the week and links up with Pluto, it's another initiation of transformation that's also available. So this is a powerful personal week, y'all. This is a lot for everyone to process as individuals. So again, readings are really helpful. Checking in with your ancestors and invisible allies and your invisible team. We all have one, to see what's really happening, to get some clarity, to get some understanding, and to garner that wisdom rather than more confusion, which brings us to our next activation on the 13th, also Jupiter squaring off with Neptune. So this is kind of a biggie because it's a social planet and a collective planet getting together, which is rare in general. This combination gives us access to miracles if you believe in them. But for those who are not grounded in their bodies or clear in their minds, this combo can be crazy-making. It seems to agitate some who can never pinpoint the source of the agitation. It's time to pay close attention to what you think, say, and believe in any given situation, and constantly clarify it for yourself so that you don't get too far off track following your monkey mind. It's a time when your faith and spirituality may be tested to grow as well, but all the more reason to believe in good things being possible too. In general, these two are somewhat related because they both have to do with what we believe to be true or possible, but they seem to also create a possibility for too much of a good thing, over-idealizing with Neptune or overextending with Jupiter, along with faith and charity in the wrong direction. Squares always create the necessary friction within to make you want to grow and develop skills so you can change something in a fairly tangible way. These two are like a lightning storm whose flashes enable you to catch glimpses of your new reality as the illusion of this old reality cracks, revealing its inability to withstand the upcoming changes. Hopefully it will spur you on to integrating a little more magic in your mundane, as well as manifesting your ideals in a more practical 3D way. By recognizing what you no longer believe, a new vision begins to emerge, though it still needs to be nurtured and cultivated. The tests that squares bring push us to grow and develop in a way that moves things along in a good way. When a social planet like Jupiter hits a collective planet like Neptune, then large numbers of humans evolve around the same time. Additionally, if you have the signs activated in your individual chart, then it becomes personal for you. So in this case, that's Sag and Pisces, fire and water, trying to work it out and grow and develop and create something. It's a very creative combination as well. In general, these energies coming together should help you develop a truth or belief system of your own while still creating the daily practice that will animate and support it going forward. This energy will activate your generosity of spirit, so make sure to give to those worthy of your investment and try not to be foolish, deluded, or tricked. Use this combo to expand your consciousness and practice what you preach. So, like I said in the beginning, this is miracle-making possibilities as well, and a very powerful cycle to tune into. So then on the 14th, which is Monday, Mercury will sextile Neptune. This is a great energy for imagination, consciousness, and intuition. However, keeping a good filter to distinguish between your own perceptions and what you are picking up from those around you will be crucial to your success. Your mind may be tuned into a different channel than usual this week, and you may have to rely on other senses, like your feelings or intuitive hunches. You may be very perceptive, picking up on thoughts and feelings of others, which, if and when you are clear and your filters are working, can yield some surprising revelations about where their consciousness is at this time, for better or worse, and reflect an aspect of your own consciousness that you may not have been aware of. Try to avoid work that requires any attention to detail. Allow your creativity to flow freely without censoring what comes through you at this time. You can organize it later. This is the energy to explore, create, and free flow. So it's very powerful. Mercury and Neptune. So we're back to what you think and what you believe coming together in an opportunity to gain some traction. And that's Capricorn to Pisces. So making the vision real. We can do that this week in a lot of ways to kick off 2019 in a very positive direction. Then it goes to Friday, the 18th, when Venus will trine Mars. It's always good when the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine are in an easy angle and bringing blessings or earned blessings, like I like to say. So Venus rules your values and priorities, where your relationship with love and money are concerned. It is the sacred feminine within that innately knows how to co-create with nature and what to cultivate and nurture to full development. Mars rules your desire nature and your inner sacred masculine, which is responsible for getting your ideas into the world, maintaining your personal boundaries, and negotiating on your own behalf. When both are channeling through you in a balanced way, like now, what you create and how you move through the world becomes a beautiful dance, or at least a much more interesting story. The trine is a blessing of ease and grace, an easygoing energy that paves the way for balance and reciprocity and encourages independence within the context of relationships. Communication is usually smooth at this time, and exchanges can be mutually beneficial. Any relationships started under this influence have a good chance at success, whether personal or professional. So again, it's kind of your desire, who you are and what you want, in a good angle with your values and priorities. What's being revealed? Again, what's coming to the surface? Where we've been done and completed with cycles and relationships and patterns and responsibilities and obligations. Many of you have testified that you are open in a new way where you don't have those same old obligations and burdens. So you're opening up to new territory and new energy and new possibilities that is very 0 point. It's very unknown territory. So we don't want to be afraid of that. We want to look at that like a great adventure and a creative zone. All seeds germinate in the darkness. So we're in a developmental phase, and this week specifically is getting our ideas together and trying to figure out how to make them real. So also on the 18th, Mercury initiates with Pluto. Like I said, at the beginning of the week it initiated with Saturn, the new reality. Now we're going to transform and transcend all of that and go to the next level. This activation takes you into the depths of your own mind and consciousness, deepening all communications. So that's sort of within and with others. You may find yourself obsessing over something, either by yourself or in an attempt to convey something to another. Superficial, quick once-overs trying to keep things light will not likely be possible with this energy. You may feel determined to dig deeper until you get to the core or base issue. It's good for soul searching when it's motivated by a genuine desire to know the truth rather than to evade it. It's not so good when you're obsessing over someone or something which no longer serves you or your highest good. The challenge with this energy is the tendency to be really intense and locked in on your own point of view, which is no less valid, but often this type of mental intensity blinds you to something obvious that you overlooked because you were not being objective, but being driven by much deeper, possibly unconscious emotions. Your intensity is capable of influencing others, but beware of the difference between sharing information and trying to convince, convert, or cajole others, as that can naturally attract challenges and opposition. Remember, the opposite can also be true, where you are on the receiving end of this intense energy from someone else trying to convince you of something. The best way to use this energy, as it doesn't really last that long, is to turn that intensity towards self. Peel the layers to your own truth and purpose. The channels are open for a time, and you can communicate and receive information from the deepest part of yourself. This is an initiation. So, powerful initiation. And then our last activation also on the 18th. So, Friday's a busy energy day. And this one was the one I mentioned in the very, very beginning, Sun connecting with Uranus in a way to awaken us to a whole new aspect of ourselves. As with any Uranus activation, this one disrupts the normal flow in order to facilitate a break to realign moment. While sometimes disruptive and challenging, the ultimate result is refreshing in some way. Consider the energy that thickens, gathering for a severe thunderstorm, then releasing buckets of rain for hours. You sleep deeply and awaken to a bright sunny morning with birds chirping unusually loud outside your window. Got the visual? This activation is the necessary challenge that gets your attention that something better is available, if you are willing to improvise and think on your feet. If you've been unusually restricted in some way, you may feel restless. Rather than being reactive to the unexpected shift within or without, it's best to take a pause for the cause, step back, and try to gain some perspective. Remember to be present. Too far in the past can be depressing, and too far in the future, and you cause yourself unnecessary anxiety. Breathe, be under the sky, invite clarity about the next step, and trust your gut. This energy, while sometimes uncomfortable and often sudden, is very necessary to disrupt any illusions or delusions you may be holding on to. It's time to express yourself in new ways so the old ways naturally stop working to get your attention. So deep breath. That is always our first clue that something about our essential nature has shifted, and it's time to not do things the old way. So this week is going to illuminate a lot of that for everybody, and it's customized for everyone, and I am here to guide and support, so reach out if you need to. So thanks for listening. This is Kelly M. Beard of KarmicTools.com, and I'm so grateful for your time, energy, and support. Please share this with those you think would resonate and reach out if and when you need to. Kelly at KarmicTools.com, or you can reach me through my contact page on the website. The goal of my weekly forecast is to alert you to the energies and activations that we're all experiencing and the possibilities for conscious co-creation as an individual. Awareness of the energies is the first key, but I invite you to take it to the next level by checking out my readings, telecircles, or subscriptions, which are all geared toward individual support that helps you understand your own unique blueprint. My specialty is cycles and patterns, and I love helping people figure out their own within the context of the social and collective rhythm. To some, working with their own cycles and patterns is a completely new and foreign concept, but there are many planetary cycles that coincide with natural life cycles that allow us to co-create in mystical as well as practical ways. I create custom tools that I have tried and tested myself for over 30 years, and I do the work alongside my circle every time. So I hope you will reach out if you feel called to dive deeper into your own soul's natural rhythm. Talk to you soon. Namaste.